Alright, good morning. So, our tutorial today would be to add products, correctly adding products and doing on-page SEO for those products. So first is to determine what product to add. For this tutorial, I'm going to give you an example of this product here. So this has an SKU of 69988. I got this information from the list that was given to me. So this is the name. What I did is just search this SKU and put it in Markana Marketplace so that I will have the information. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is to make sure that this product already is not on website. So to check, you need to go to products, and then in the item you need to put the SKU. So you can see that there's no SKU. The next part is to copy part of the name to make sure that it is also not available. Okay, so this pops up, but you have to see if the picture is the same. So you are now sure that this product is not available on website. So we were going to start adding it. First is click on add product. So you have all this information here that you need to fill up. So for the title, just go back here and copy this title, remove the name of the seller, and then in the description you just have to copy this description. In copying, right click and make sure that you paste as plain text to remove the programming. Okay, then you need to copy the details also, so paste as plain text again to remove the any formatting that it has. Next is if there are other information like the features, and if there is the overview, specifications, or other information that was provided by the seller or the website, then you can also copy that. So for the features, I'm going to just copy this and add it here. Okay, next, this is a short information, but there is a longer overview here. So we can just copy this and see if we can combine it. Okay, I'm just going to delete the shorter version here so that I can copy this overview. Alright, so I think this would be the description now. So you need to add anchor text in the description. Anchor text meaning link going to the specific collection, because we are targeting the collection in our anchor text or SEO part. So in order to do that, you need to find, because this is an accent chair, so the product type would be accent chair. Usually our SEO would be product plus the location or our target location, which is in Calgary. So what you can do is find something that you can put the anchor text on. So in here, it would be easier to just put in Calgary in this description. Just make sure that it sounds okay and it also makes sense. So the Riley accent chair in Calgary with its light brown. So this is okay to um, okay. This grammar is okay. So we can just go ahead and use this as an anchor text. So again, the anchor text is the product type plus the location, which is in Calgary. So in order to add the anchor text, you just have to highlight the name, click on insert link. The link title, make sure the link title is the same with the one that you highlight. So link title, and then the link to would be the location of this product, which is the collection, location of the collection. So under, go to the website and go to chairs and occasional chairs, because this belongs to the occasional chairs, right? So you have to copy this URL here and use that in the link to. So this is now the anchor text. So we need to add anchor text in the description. Next is go to the product type. So this is an accent chair. So just type on in the product type, you will see a different information here. So you can choose the accent chairs. The vendor would be Mercana. And then the collection, don't do anything. It will just automatically populate there. The tags would be, normally we will include our top 3 tags, which is Calgary Furniture Store in Calgary, and okay, and the other tag is the product type, which is accent chairs. Just have to type accent chair. So usually it will show you different tags that should be used. So accent chairs in Calgary, Calgary accent chairs. Usually you will see the tags in relation to SEO. Because SEO is using these tags here to show our products. What we'll do is to make sure that the accent chair has the word Calgary in it. Okay, so after that, okay. Next is to see, type in the tag furniture, and then always include this best furniture store in Calgary. So these are the top 3 tags that we should be included in all of the products: the Calgary Furniture Store, furniture stores in Calgary, and the best furniture store in Calgary. Those would be the tags that should always be included. Okay, so next is we will go now to the media would be the last part, because there's a lot of things we need to do before we upload the media. So this would be the last part. Okay, so we are done with title, description. This is already included the anchor text, and then we already have the correct tags. And then now the price. So I will just have to copy this price here, but you can put any price there as long as it is the correct price. So since for this example I will put 1679 as the price, so assuming that this is the correct price. So if you want to add the sale price, then you need to put the sale price in this price here, and then the regular price would be in the compare at price. So always remember that compare at price is the regular price. So in this case, I'm going to just put 1999 just for comparison. And then if you click on truck quantity, you need to put the quantity here. So for this example, I'm going to put 5. And then always click on continue selling when out of stock, so that we can always count the orders. And then the SKU, you will need to put the SKU provided. Okay, so it will check if the SKU is already available or not. So in this case, there is no other SKUs in store, in Shopify Store. That's why there's no error in here. And you can also put the product weight here if you know. So let's see if there is a product weight in the specification. Okay, so this is the weight. So there is a weight there, so we can just put the weight, 40.82 pounds. Okay, so if there are variants or color, then we can add it here. but for this example there's no other variance or color in here, so we're just going to um, okay, so in this example it gives us two different one, the light cognac and the cognac, so light brown wood. So I'm just going to use this. After that, you're going to the bottom and then the search engine listing part. You're going to edit this. You just click on edit. Title is already correct because it already has the product type. So make sure all of the titles has product type. Alright. So in the meta description, as you can see when I click on it, it shows a lot of information, and this is the characters that should be here. We need to optimize the meta description, so the character should be at least 120 and max would be 160. So you need to delete all the other information and make sure that it is within 120 to 160 characters. So here it is still at 171, so I still need to delete some of it. What you will do is make sure that the meta description has the anchor text or has the product type with location. So this is very important that the meta description has this, because this is in the SEO part. We need to optimize the product pages as we add the new products on the website. So again, this is 171, so we need to delete some of the information here. Okay, so I deleted and edited some information. So as you can see, it is already at 151, which is within our range of 120 to 160 characters. So this is already correct. So we're just going to save this so that in a case our changes will be updated. Again, everything is done except for the media. So what we're going to do is to get all these photos here and then put it in here, right? So in the media, we will need to rename the photos to the correct one, and also we need to resize the first two photos to the correct size. So the easiest thing to do is to just right click, open the photo that we want, right click and open image in new tab. This way it will show up the photos. Okay, so all of this already open. So next is to click on the plus so that it will zoom out to get the best quality when we download this. Okay, so we make sure that this is the correct one, the title. So we need to, I copied that title because I will be creating a folder in my drive, in my local file, so that I can save these photos here. So right click and save image as. Go to the folder that you want this to save. So I want to make this organized. That's why I will create a new folder and name it the product. So in here, I'm just going to save all of these photos here. So just make sure that you click on the plus icon so that it will zoom out before you download it. So don't mind the name first because we are going to delete those and rename those. Alright, so I am done with all of the information. So go to the folder that you save this. So this is now the folder. It has all the information and the photos here. Next thing you're gonna do is to rename all of this to the correct one. Usually, I will rename it to the product title. This is in terms of SEO and also in terms of easy access. So just highlight everything and then rename, right click and rename. And I put the name here. Okay. So after I click on that, it will just rename it and put numbers on it. So we're going to see if the photos are how big the photos are. Okay, so we do not want it to be very big. We also don't want it to pixelate. So our information, our dimension is already okay. So next is we need to resize the first two images that we will upload. So in this case, we are going to do the this image and this image as the first two images on our product page. So you will know that that is the first two images because in here, as you can see, this is the first image, right? And when you right click it, this will be the second image. So for example, this part here, you can see that this is the wrong size, and the problem with the wrong size is it will show very bad in user interface, just like this one. That's why we really need to resize the first two images. I'm going to fix this later after this tutorial so that you can see that um, how to resize and correct it, and it will show the correct size just like this one. Alright, so you have to open your Canva, and in your Canva, because we already renamed it to the correct product name, right? So next is to resize these first two images. So go to your Canva, create your template, which is that the correct first and second image should have the dimension of 1280 by 960. So this should be the correct dimension or pixel for the first two images. So I'm just going to create new files here, and then I'm going to upload these first two. So I'm just going to resize these two. Okay, just going to upload and then add it here, add it here. Next is to resize it. So you can either set image as background, but if there is spaces, so you need to detach it again and make sure that it will fill in this size, just putting this kind of margin on top and bottom. So make sure that it is centered. Okay. Alright, so that would be the first image. This would be the second image. Okay. Alright, so after this, you're going to download this. By the way, you will notice that this has a background of some photos. There's some background here, right? So what you can do is in Canva, you can click on edit, and let's see if this works. And then on the Magic Studio, you can magic expand, and we can do freeform so that it will fill in some of the margins. And let's just wait if it will correctly expand the background. Usually I do this for the product so that it will be good to look at. unfortunately there's still some space to just cancel. The another thing that you can do is to click on the background and then the gradient. So okay, right, so this is the gradient. You can see that it is somewhat okay. Alright, so this somewhat looks good already. So after editing the text, I mean the image, so you need to download this with the correct size. So this is only page 8 and 9. Download it from Canva. Make sure it is at JPEG, and only download page 8 to 9. So you will see that it has a different size with the other one, right? So we're going to rename this. Just going to put resized. Alright, so this would be the correct format and correct method on downloading the images. Next is go back to your Shopify. So you need to upload in the media, upload new, choose the media. So choose the resize one here, and also choose the other images in here. So do not add these two images anymore because we already resized those here. So just click on upload. Make sure the resized image is the first two image in here so that it will show. After that, you need to save. Okay, after saving, you need to open, click on this media, and the next part is to add an alt text. Alt text is just usually the name of this one, or the you can also follow the suggestion. Just make sure that it has the keyword or anchor text. So what I am usually doing is to follow that and then add something here, edit it to the with the keyword that we have, which is the keyword in this product is accent chair in Calgary. So I just added the accent chair in Calgary in the alt text. So usually I am not edit adding some, just delete some of the information that is not needed. Okay, save. After that, go to the next one. So you can just copy this, and if it is applicable to the next images, then you can just add it, add the alt text. So I edited the alt text and included the name. Okay, so you can see that I already updated all of the alt text. So they already have the correct alt text now. After that one, in here, I'm going to try to type a category of accent chair if there is none. So just try to see if there is a. So I'm just going to use these armchairs, the category. So after that, you need to save. Alright, so you need to quickly review everything to make sure that everything is correct. So title, status, description with anchor text, type, vendor, images with the correct names. And then type, tags, pricing. Alright, so this would be done and this is already okay for the product. After this, you need to go to the collection because if you will add a new product, it will go to the last part of the collection, and usually new products will be added in the first page. So in our example, that is an accent chair. So I'm going to search on the accent chair to open its collection. So this is the collection. So this is the collection, and then you go to scroll down, you will see at the bottom that the new chair is added in here. So what you're going to do, so to move this upward, for example this part here, just going to go to the click on position. So move one product to top, bottom, or position. So we're just going to put position, let's say position 5, and move it. So when you go here, when you refresh, it will now show the one that we have. So you can see that this is already the correct size, right? Because it is in alignment with the other one. Okay, so after that, to do some quick checking because this is a dining chair. Should be the product type should be dining chairs. So this is an example of the SKU that that already has an existing SKU. You can see that it has an error here, already used by one other item, meaning this is already a repeating SKU. So in this example, I just updated the product type because unfortunately, because it is the wrong type, it goes here in the accent chair, which should not be the case because this is a dining chair. This is also wrong because the meta description is not the correct one. Okay. So I'm going to give you a reason why in the tutorial I specifically mentioned to when you copy from a source, you need to specifically copy and then specifically paste it in plain text. The reason for that is if you will directly copy it from the source, it will also copy the formatting and the code, which would be a problem when we put it on our Shopify backend. The reason is for this one here, this is a product added by someone. When this is the rose dining chair, when you click on view, you will see the product description here, correct? And there is a show more because it has other information that it can show, right? So since this is not the correct format, when I click on show more, it will hide the information instead of showing it. That's why this is wrong and I need to update this again. I will give you a sample with the correct one. So this is our chair that we added, right? There is also a show more here. If you paste it correctly, when you click on show more, it should show everything, just like here. So when you click on show less, it will cut the other one, but when you click on show more, it will show all the information. So you will know that what we did is correct because it will not hide the description. Comparing it to this part here, which is wrong. Okay, and also this is also wrong because this should not be caps lock. Should follow the correct one that we have, which is to just like this. So just capitalize the first letter. Okay, so this is a wrong one, and this is sample of a wrong product added that didn't follow the correct format and didn't follow the correct procedure in doing so. Okay, so I think that is it for everything. After you did that, it should be good and you should be seeing this product here. Okay, so just another example, the London accent chair. I'm going to show you why you need to resize. Okay, so as you can see, this product, this is very small, right? So in the back end, when you click on it, it is really very small. The reason for this is that I'm not sure who did this, but this is wrong because first, the name is not correct. The name should be the name of this product in terms of SEO. And also, this is very small. This is not the correct one. Okay. That's why you need to follow the information that I mentioned. Alright, so everything is set. That is the first step to the until the last step of adding one product. Thank you.